it's Kelly Morgan, health coach for busy people and overachievers. Have you ever heard the quote, "A goal without a plan is just a wish"? Well, it's true. In the last video, I talked about the importance of goal setting and how to do that using the SMART framework: specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-bound. Today, I'm going to talk about how to continue using that plan to make your health wishes into reality. And we're going to do that with carefully planned tactics that will then become a detailed roadmap to your goal attainment. In other words, a bulletproof plan for adding those healthy behaviors. Before we get to tactics though, I want you to think about your overall strategy for achieving your goals. Think of each goal as a result. For instance, there's the old question, how do you eat an elephant? So your goal is to eat an elephant. The end result, eat an elephant. If you're trying to eat an elephant, you're not just going to go into that situation with a fork and hope for the best, right? You're going to think of an overall strategy first. Let's say that strategy is to catch the elephant while he's sleeping and then start seasoning him in a way that you won't wake him up. You'll then start eating from the back to front, so he's less likely to notice you. You know the general idea of when, where, and what's involved in eating the elephant now. Now that you have a strategy, you need an exact plan because I'm pretty sure that elephant won't like to be eaten and you're going to have to be really efficient. So the answer to the old "how do you eat an elephant" question is, as you've probably heard, one bite at a time. Those bites, those are your tactics. The steps that help you take that elephant from sitting there to in your stomach. Bite by bite, decided by your overall strategy, you eat that elephant until you're finished. We approach our goals in that same way that you eat the elephant. Some of those goals might even be as hard as eating Dumbo. But bite by bite, you can accomplish anything with really good goal setting and planning and doing it ahead of time before you've either lost your motivation or you're in a situation where it's a lot harder to make good decisions. So we're going to start by listing any of the SMART goals you identified. For each goal, I want you to write a 1 or 2 sentence strategy. Be really concise and be specific about that strategy. Imagine you've handed the strategy to someone without context. Could they create a plan and execute that strategy just from what you've given them? That's how detailed and clear you need to be. After writing a strategy for each goal, I'd like you to list out some specific things you can do to reach that goal. These are your tactics. Think of everything that you do to execute your strategy. All those little things, from removing obstacles and barriers to making your environment around you conducive to reaching that goal. All that stuff that you'd need to put into place so you can just set it and forget it with your plan and you can just focus on those behaviors. After that comes the fun part. Thinking of all the ways that you can use this strategy along with those tactics to reach your goal. Remember, these tactics are the things that are easy when taken on their own. They need to be so stupidly easy that it's ridiculous not to do them. Make sure to only list tactics that you will agree to do and that don't impose some kind of burden or hardship. Remember, they need to be stupid, silly, easy to do so that it's really just, you can't even imagine a world where you wouldn't do it. It just is more work not to do it. The power comes from the additive effect of doing all these tactics over time. That, like a snowball rolling down a hill, leads to change. As you start to execute your strategy, you're going to add these tactics to your life. And with that, be open to experimentation here. You're going to find some that work better than others, or ones that just are not happening. Any tactic that you find that taken on its own isn't so incredibly simple to do that it's silly not to do it, get rid of it. It's not going to work for you. What we're trying to do here is take your current lifestyle, not make drastic changes to it, but make little changes that you can agree to each one. And each one you say, okay, I can do that. Okay, I can do that one too. And then each of those okays, I can do that, adds up to eventually a healthy behavior change. It's like having a toolkit at your ready to make these changes. Now, once you have your goals, strategies, and tactics, you're almost there with your plan. Unfortunately, you can't live in a bubble where you can only focus on reaching your goals. This isn't The Biggest Loser or a reality show where you're paid to just focus on your goals. Sorry, that would be really cool. If you find one, sign me up. What you can do is figure out your current daily routine. What is your life like right now? Not what should it be like. Not what do you wish it were like. What is your life right now? What's your schedule? What are your routines? Now we fit your plan to that life. We don't fit your life to the plan. We fit the plan to your life. That's really important. If you take one thing away from this, fit the plan to your life, not the other way around. Think about what changes you might need to make these tactics so simple to do. Are there things to buy, space you need to make, schedule shuffling to do? How can you most easily and seamlessly incorporate these tactics into your current life? Remember, current life, not the ideal life or what it should be. As you figure out your daily routine, you'll have this list of what to do. Do your best to check off those little tactics you've done. Just make each one something that you add into your routine. Remember, if it doesn't work, get rid of it. Though most days are going to be routine, and probably, I'd say 90% of them will be, there will still be some curveballs. So work, school, kids, friends, vacations, holidays, sickness, all those things happen. That's fine. Remember, we're looking at your life as it is. Adjust your plans. Right now, it's probably smart to come up with a plan B for if those curveballs happen. So if you go to a lot of work events or you travel a lot, or you have other things that you think might derail you from these healthy behaviors, create your plan B for what's going to happen. So what are you going to do if somebody invites you out to happy hour and everything on the menu is junk food? What are you going to do? The answer is up to you. It could be enjoy a little bit. It could be you keep a protein bar in your bag. Your choice here. Planning out now will save you so much agony in the future, and you're more likely to stay on track to your goals. So I'll see you in the next video.